The 32nd edition of the annual AIPAD show, which sees, it's a membership organization that has about 130 of the leading photography specialists in the world who convene in New York for this 1 week every year. I think that what a lot of people have been commenting on is that as the photography market has been changing, like larger color works, more experimental works, new media, that AIPAD's always been at the forefront of those changes. And so as the photography world embraces new media, that you can see that reflected in what is on offer in the AIPAD show. And if you just look at some of the newer dealers, like there's David Zwirner as a new member, and he's a real specialist in contemporary art that happens to include some photography.
For us, it was really the opportunity to connect to the photography community in a more direct way. We have a strong photography program. We represent a number of great photographers, including Philip Lorca de Corsia. For us, it was really an opportunity to highlight that part of our program.
A fairly recent member is Bryce Wolkowitz, who's a real specialist in new media. And we have a gallery 798 from Beijing. We have more members from Europe, so you can really see, you know, AIPAD really started as a small group of American dealers who dealt in traditional black and white photography. But as the market has grown and expanded, the show has grown and expanded to reflect those changes.
Hi, my name is Mcrobb, and this project is called Occupying Wall Street. When the protest began, it was quite muddled in the press. I thought, this is something that needs to be seen. And I'm in the practice of seeing, so I brought my camera the next day, and I wasn't sure what shape the whole project, which wasn't the project then, was going to take, but I knew I was just going to be there regularly. And at this point, I try to get down there about a couple of times a week to photograph.
That because photography is a reproducible medium, 20 years ago it was quite common to see like the top 5 known photographs in the majority of the booths. And now we see very little repetition going on from booth to booth because people are looking for more unique objects. And because the audience is that much more sophisticated, I find that dealers really rise to the challenge and make sure they're just really bringing the most unique and the most interesting to the AIPAD show. Make sure you devote at least a day to doing the show. And the first thing that I find helpful is that you walk through the show and just at least peek into every booth and try not to overanalyze anything, and then take a bit of a break, like have a coffee. You know, if you're with a friend, talk about, you know, maybe the top 3 things you like the most. And then go back and see those again and use that as the time to ask questions about who made this photograph and why did they make it and why is it important.